This week on the podcast, we're joined by comedian Allison Perski, and we've written songs about Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Easily the oldest movie we've done for this podcast. Old enough to run for Congress. Ha ha ha! Got him!
He got him.
Biting and original.
Not low-hanging fruit at all.
It's low-hanging because it's their balls.
Yeah, because they're old.
Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are back once again talking about 1937's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And we are joined by comedian Allison Perski. Hey, Allison.
Hi, guys.
Thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Andy, how are you?
I'm doing great as well.
So happy to hear that.
Allison, thank you so much for joining us. Can you do our listeners a favor and let them know where they can find you on the social medias? You can ignore my crackling voice this week. Just to put in the back of your mind, it's not happening. But Allison, please give out your socials and anywhere that our listeners can find you.
Sure. So you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Allison Perski, Perski. And I'm doing a show April 3rd at the restaurant Off the Hook in Freeport.
Very nice.
Can't wait.
So go check that show out. Allison is a very funny comedian, and follow her on all the socials. I'm just watching. Andy, what are you snacking on? I gotta ask.
Drizzleicious.
The fuck is Drizzleicious? This is a Drake snack?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
So wait, if it's a Drake snack, would that be a vegetable?
Why is that?
Because in Degrassi, he was in a wheelchair, so it's not really a great joke.
Nice.
Or you could say it was a fruit because some people say,
Oh,
Mm.
that's good.
They're like really low calorie snacks, and so I'm eating them because I had a little bit of a hunger headache. Yeah, so I was like, let me snack before the pod.
Well, you're snacking during it, apparently.
Turns out.
Allison, do you mind if Andy and I ask you a few questions so our audience gets to know you a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
Andy, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first. Allison, what would you say your top 3 favorite bands and or musical artists are?
Okay. So, like bands, I would say 311. I'm I was born in the 80s, so around the 90s is when I really got into music. So that was that 311 stage, but yet I still listen to them. I still go to concerts every summer when they're around. Then I guess I'd have to say Britney Spears. I know that's terrible, but I can't deny it. And yeah, and then I guess Eminem. So very up and down, and I love musicals and stuff, so it's very up and down with my musical tastes.
All right. Yeah, I mean, Britney Spears is I don't even know if it's a guilty pleasure. I just enjoy Britney Spears, and I'm not really ashamed of it.
Yeah, we're both Britney Spears apologists on there.
Oh, good.
Her music is great.
Yeah.
Mostly, some of it's really bad, but some of it's great.
Yeah, but we can admit that and be okay with it.
Yeah.
But there have been a lot of great artists who release crap.
Exactly.
Yeah. Allison,
Yeah.
can you do your best impression of a seal that's lost its wallet?
Oh, sure. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was bad.
Hey.
That was Britney Spears' worst song bad.
All right, that was... I remember that song. I'm a seal that lost my wallet.
Pretty niche stuff. What would you say your top 3 favorite comedians are?
Okay. Adam Sandler. I know this is so hard. And like, I don't like Ellen DeGeneres as a person, but some of her stand-ups were pretty good.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I'm not one of those comics that like I like research every comic. Like I don't know, I'm not like great when it comes to that. Like I do like watching stand-ups, but I don't know like every so I mostly know like the most famous ones or like what everyone used to watch, like Chris Rock, you know, in the 90s when we were like early thousands. So yeah. And I guess for the new ones, I like that girl Taylor. What is her name? Thomason? I don't know.
Tomlinson or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Sam Morril.
My dumbass was going to guess Swift. I was going to be like, bullshit, you don't remember Taylor Swift's name. I was like, oh, wait, the question was comedians.
I was going to say, I don't remember her comedy special. But...
Yeah, she's got a Netflix special out.
Yeah,
I mean, if she wanted to, they'd give it to her.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And she'd still be better than half the comedians we know.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, she'd be better than me.
Me too. That's not hard, though.
Which household appliance would you get rid of for everyone if you could?
Well, I hate to vacuum because I have dogs and there's always so much hair. But I mean, it's really needed. But yeah, just to like get rid of the vacuum.
So you're sweeping and mopping all the time now.
I know. I don't know. This is so hard. Ugh. Can I say I am the appliance? Just get rid of me.
Oh, I don't like that. No, no, that's a terrible answer.
That's my final answer.
All right. All right.
I'm also not a fan of the vacuum, but it is
very helpful.
It is very helpful, yeah. But I do hate it. I hate its guts. Does it have guts?
Sure.
Depends what you're vacuuming up.
I have an organic vacuum.
So do I. It's called a dog.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, but what do you do with their hair? I have my babies with me now. They're watching.
Oh,
nah, they
I don't know where my other one is. Oh, my other one's a traitor and it's not with me, but the good one's with me.
oh.
So there's hair everywhere.
Well, I wrote this one down. Let me.
Oh, so this one's gonna be a doozy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. If you could fly, would you sell your car?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like, what's the point? Then you don't have to pay for gas anymore and probably lose weight. Mad good.
Well, why are you just assuming you'd be able to lose weight there? Because you're assuming you're exerting energy?
Yeah, it's like an exercise, right?
But like, here's my question then. Because this is a really good question. Yeah, this is a great question, Andy.
Thank you.
If I'm exerting as much energy as I would say like running, I ain't getting rid of my car.
Right.
Like, I would say...
You're right. Because, like, do you have a limitless amount of energy to fly? Or, like, do you have to recharge? Like, I guess there's so much more to this question.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. What if it's, like, Peter Pan rules? You just need, like,
That's what I mean. That's why I'm like, hell yeah. Like just do
dust.
it.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm thinking of a world... Now, this is so stupid because this is a world where people can fly. But, like, there's no magic involved. It's like... You can just fly, like, and if it's just fairy dust, then yeah, everyone's gonna get rid of their car in that situation because you're not expending any energy.
Right.
But like, well, then that's the case, then yeah. If you have to expend energy, though, it's like I don't know. If I had to go to like 7-Eleven, I might be like, I'm gonna fly to 7-Eleven real quick.
Right.
But I ain't getting rid of my car.
Right,
but
for
like,
long trips.
Yeah, but for long trips, then like, can I still take a plane? Are planes still like applicable if I'm able to fly myself?
I think that's up to you. If you want to buy a plane ticket, you still have that option.
Anywhere I would drive would be like close. Like I don't drive far places. So then if I can fly there, then yeah, I don't need the car. But then if I'm getting rid of the car. Stop trying to trick me. That's it. I'm getting rid of the car.
It's all part of my ruse. I was going to ask you the question I ask everyone, but no, I said I'm retiring it.
No, okay.
Okay, fine. No, I'm not. I'll ask this. This is the last time I'm asking this question.
Yeah, right.
All right,
we'll
Andy,
see, Robbie.
You have. All right, yeah, I'll see. I'm really. One of the reasons I'm stopped asking this question is after thinking about it, my dad's like, that's not a really great question to ask. And I'm like, it's probably not a great question to ask people. Would you rather be a registered sex offender or in prison for the rest of your life? So, like, you're out of prison, but you're on the lists.
Right.
Or you're just in prison for the rest of your life.
No, registered sex offender.
That's fair.
Yeah, because, like, whatever. Then I just don't go out or apply for jobs or whatever. I just stay in my house, I guess.
Well, what are you doing for money?
I don't know.
You're working the docks at night.
I obviously can't work with kids, though. So, like...
No.
I have to... I'm not going to jail. I can't go to jail.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, either way, your life is ruined, you know?
Yeah. I mean, how about we just don't sex offend?
I mean, that's a great option. I love that. But, like,
Can we think of that option?
She'll say anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to jail.
But, like, I've always thought in my head when I asked this question, like, no matter what, you didn't commit the crime. You're falsely accused, but you're convicted anyway.
That's so optimistic of you.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons I'm dropping this question, is because it's like, that's so pessimistic. Like, we're about to talk about a movie and have a good time, and I'm like, if your life was totally ruined, if you fucked up so bad.
I guess it depends on what movie you're doing. Like, you know, I haven't watched Snow White in a very long time, so it was really nice to refresh it. I mean, this isn't really the happiest of all movies. There's some really dark parts. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
So I
this
guess
was
it depends
also
on the movie. If we're gonna go, like, you know, with like a really happy-go-lucky movie, then maybe don't ask that question.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's regardless of the Disney movie, I don't think it's great for Disney movies.
Yeah.
You know how many children listen to this?
Yeah.
How many, Robbie?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, obviously my two will watch after I do this.
Well, I'll be honest, we're only audio, so if they're watching, if you want me to send you the unedited video of it, I can.
I'm joking, they're not watching this.
Yeah, that's smart.
They're already embarrassed enough by me.
That's what parents are for.
Yes.
Robbie, what year did this movie come out?
Oh.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Andy, that is an excellent question. This came out in the year of our Megazord, 1937.
Wow.
The oldest movie we have done on this podcast.
Woohoo!
Wow. December 21st, 1937.
Wow. The Equinox, if you will.
The Chevy Equinox.
Very good.
That's just word association. Well, I'll tell you what. This movie made $14 million.
It wasn't the Equinox. It was the solstice.
Oh, damn.
It was the winter solstice.
The Chevy winter solstice. All right.
Oh, that's good.
This movie grossed $14.4 million, which by today's standards is nothing. But adjusted for inflation, this is the highest grossing animated movie of all time.
Oh my God.
What is it adjusted for inflation?
I don't know, but I read that.
Okay, so we're going to go... I'm going to go to the inflation calculator. Inflation... Ooh, Sonic. Ooh, I'm getting some cool things in here.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Robbie, no.
Is he ADHDing?
Yeah. There's some weird stuff. You ever look into that? Don't follow the Sonic fandom online. They're into some weird shit.
Okay, good to know.
It's like, hey, these games are cool. Let me Google it. You know what? I'm sorry about doing that.
Yeah. Oh.
So, it said 14 million?
14.4 million.
In 1937. That's...
He turned French.
And then I'll tell you why I got very French, because I typed in way too much money.
We all go French when we get too much money.
Yeah.
No.
It's still a shit ton of money for $14 million.
Yeah.
It's like $308 million. That can't be right then. Hold on.
Yeah, because Minions gross like $1 billion.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's ignore this experiment ever happened.
Yeah, let's just stick with the fact that
It's a lot. It did really well.
It's good.
Yeah.
I don't know numbers.
Who does?
Numbers is hard.
So should we just jump into Snow White, or Andy, do you want to list the movies of 1937?
All right.
Do them like a song, like the Animaniacs.
I'm not prepared. All right, here we go. Parnell, Damaged Lives, Conquest, Waikiki, Wedding, Maytime, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
That's great.
Yeah. If you know any of those movies, email in, please.
I don't.
Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music, by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it.
I've never heard of any of them. I've heard of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, so I can tell you about that movie. You want to talk about it?
So. Yeah, let's do it.
I say we just talk about it.
You know what's awesome about this movie right off the jump? It opens with a thank you from Walt Disney to his staff.
Yeah, that was sweet.
No.
He was a guy who was known to love everybody. Walt Disney had no ill feelings about any person or peoples in his lifetime.
Squeaky clean, that guy.
That's not true. We begin with a book opening. It tells us that as long as the Queen's magic mirror tells her that she's pretty, we're all safe. The detail in this book is really awesome because we see the Seven Dwarfs at the bottom and like the animals on the side in the gold trim.
Yeah. Is that a real book? Looks like a real book. It has to be. There's no way somebody drew this.
No, that had to be an actual book with like the gold and green lettering. Excellent.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
It's a pretty book. It's like the Bible. Right, Andy?
I guess. I don't know.
Well, this is my Bible, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh, okay. Most Bibles I've seen are just big brown books.
Yeah. Well, it's my Bible because if I see a woman sleeping in the woods, I kiss her.
Obviously.
Uh-oh.
A dead woman.
Yeah, exactly. The evil queen, she's in her castle. She stands before the magic mirror and asks, who's the fairest one of all? The mirror responds that Snow White, who's apparently her stepdaughter, has surpassed her beauty. This makes the queen mad. I do like the line, rags cannot hide thy gentle grace. We also...
This mirror is fucking snitch, man.
I was thinking the same thing. The mirror just sold Snow White right out from the jump.
Yeah.
I mean, he's trying to tell the truth. If he lies, he's getting smashed.
Whatever.
Well, isn't beauty subjective?
Not when it's the mirror, though. This mirror speaks nothing but truth.
I guess.
I mean, that has to be how that works. Other than she wouldn't take that much stock into it. She could then, because what if the queen was like, well, that's your opinion, end.
He's right.
Yeah, you are right.
With the movie, the plot.
I really enjoy that the mirror is like skin white as snow. And like, oh, it's the girl we literally named Snow.
Yeah.
Sorry, dirt. Snow White is dressed in rags. She's singing I'm Wishing at a Wishing Well, and this looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, this animation is insane.
Yeah, it really is. They must have like retouched it up, obviously, because it couldn't have always looked this good.
Well, I think what they did, and I could be wrong, but they like film a lady do like acting all this out, and then they like draw it. They like trace the frame or something. And that's why it's so smooth. It's just like a shit ton of work, like a shit ton of work. Like
an incredible strain on the animator's wrist.
Yep, did you see in the beginning, like how many people and animators? It was like literally 2 minutes of just naming names.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that the animators right at the very beginning of the movie, like their names were flashed up there for a solid amount of time.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Like he
Respect.
was, yeah, like I almost called Walt Disney Snow White. Walt Disney was really giving his animators and his staff the love they deserved in this movie.
Props.
The best part for me in this opening sequence is those water shots.
Yeah, they were so pretty.
I don't know how they did that in 1937. That looked so good.
That's why I'm saying it. Like, they didn't retouch it. Like, nowadays, you know how, like, they redid some of these Disney movies?
I'd like to hope. Maybe I like to be a kid and be stuck in the world of wonder and dream like, no, they animated that shit somehow.
Fine.
You know, maybe that's just me. Send us an email, roydsreview@gmail.com. Was the water moving in the original?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, did you see it in theaters?
You know, I have this VHS from the 90s.
You got to slap that on.
That's what I'm saying. Is that how you watched it? Because I watched it on, like, Hulu. No, I watched it on Disney Plus. So I'm like, it's got to be, like...
Same.
Andy, if you got the VHS, you got to watch the VHS.
I got to get a VCR.
That's fair.
Yeah. My parents have one.
What's a VHS you guys wore out when you were kids?
The Princess Bride.
That's a good
Movie.
one. I think mine was previous episode for sure. Can't remember though. Jurassic Park probably.
All right, those are both good movies.
Yeah.
Mine was Jungle 2 Jungle.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Okay.
And I'm mortified by
Admitting
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I want to be honest. I have to. If I'm not my true self, then how can I get any trust?
Yeah, and like this whole podcast would be shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, for whatever reason, and that came out when I was like 8. And like, I guess when I was like 9, I was watching Jungle 2 Jungle a lot.
Yeah, I probably wore out Space Jam as well.
That's a better movie for a child to wear out, though.
I guess. Previous episode, checking out.
Prince Charming, hearing Snow White singing, approaches and screams one of the lines at her. She's like singing, and then he just jumps in and yells one of the lines. It's like, get out of here, dude. Way to ruin the vibe.
And he was like trespassing. It was terrible.
He got a big opera thing going. He's like, today! and she's like, Jesus Christ! And she runs in the house. She hides.
I know.
And even these doves are like, fuck this.
Like, Jesus, who's this guy?
And she just literally was wishing for this prince. He comes, and then she's like, peace.
Yeah. He fumbled that so hard.
Yeah. But
like, she's looking out the window. She's like, I'm scared, but like, also, look at that jawline.
And he's got pipes.
yeah.
Because he sings one song to her from below the balcony, and the queen's just watching in anger.
Yeah, she's like, you son of a bitch. Yeah, also, Snow White's voice. It's the highest soprano that's ever been on this earth. It's like shattering glasses high. It's incredible.
Yeah. It was like Betty Boop murdering a cat or something.
Yeah, I remember when she hit a high note and the glass panes just shattered in front of the queen. She was like,
yeah.
Yes.
This all started. She sent her a bill to have her window fixed. Also, when the guy's singing, this little dove like lands and gets all flustered and like blushes. Like, that guy's gonna fuck that bird. He gives him a kiss on the mouth. He does. The bird kisses the guy on the mouth.
Who doesn't?
That bird's
this
a slut.
The evil queen orders her huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and kill her. She wants her to bring back her heart in a box as proof. That's metal as fuck.
Yeah, relax.
I know. I told you it was a dark movie. Like this.
Yeah.
We can talk about these weird sex offender questions with this movie.
You're absolutely right.
It is truly insane that the queen, who already has all this power, is like, if anybody's like even a little bit good looking, I want you to bring me their fucking heart.
Dude, if your stepmom is this jealous of your beauty, your dad's hard drive needs to be looked at.
Where is the dad in all this?
I have no
They
idea.
probably killed him because he was too handsome.
Yeah,
No.
something.
Maybe it's the huntsman.
Ugh.
That's very possible.
Hmm.
I don't know why. No, because it'd be the king, because she's her stepdaughter. Snow White's the
Yeah.
queen's stepdaughter.
Hmm.
Yeah, no.
Maybe it's the mirror.
Oh no.
I'm just speculating.
And then imagine the mirror is her husband, but like then the husband saying their daughter is the hottest.
Oh man,
Yeah, this is.
we've sullied this beautiful movie.
Yeah. What have you guys done?
We should be canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, I am.
Oh, good.
Yeah. The queen's throne is lit as fuck because it's like a peacock and shit.
Yeah.
A piss penis.
Very good.
Thank you.
Snow White is picking flowers while singing one song. The young bluebird looks incredible. I also love when they show animals shed a tear in these movies.
Yeah.
The huntsman follows Snow White into the forest, but he can't bring himself to kill her. Instead, he warns her to flee and never return. He even tells her that the queen is jealous of her. Snow White, that was weird. She's beefing with a 14-year-old.
Ah, it's one of my trivias. Damn it.
Was I right?
Yeah.
Let's go! I didn't know. That was a total guess. A total shot in the dark.
Oh, damn. Now you ruined it. You ruined the trivia question.
Yeah, Andy,
makes-
if you didn't say that, you could have still asked that question.
That's true. That's true. But that makes this prince kind of a weirdo.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know how old the prince is. They never say how old he is.
Yeah, but he's kissing birds. And like,
Well, that's what makes him a
Off the bat,
weirdo.
it's weird.
we already
Weird.
know that he's a weirdo.
He's patient zero for the bird flu.
Maybe he's confused because in the UK they call women birds. So he saw this bird and thought he's like, oh, people are shagging birds.
I guess this is a woman. I guess
Yeah.
I'll kiss it.
I don't know the difference between a woman and an actual bird. Snow White, terrified, runs deep into the forest. This looks really cool.
This used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid.
I would imagine with the trees grabbing at her and the eyes watching.
Yeah.
And where were all the animals then? They were all up helping her before, but when she needs it, they're gone.
I
Yeah,
think
they were like, we ain't going in there.
those were
Yeah.
all those eyes you see like peeking
Yeah,
out.
it's all them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not helping.
No.
Yeah, they're just grabbing at her.
She collapses in tears. That's when all the woodland creatures come out, approaching her. The detail that goes into these little guys is incredible.
Yeah.
They're all like individually animated, and I really like when they nod. Even the turtle's nod is like a beat behind the
Yeah.
rest of the animals.
The whole turtles bit is great.
He's my favorite
Throughout the
one.
movie. Yeah.
The baby bluebird is adorable. The raccoons look high as shit. They do. They just look high as shit.
I mean, yeah, like you shouldn't watch this movie when you're on drugs.
Eh, it's what Disney
Or
movies
maybe you
are for.
should. I don't know, but there was a lot going on.
I'll be honest, if I was on something heavy, that scene with all like the eyes and shit would have scared me even as an
Yeah.
adult. I would be like,
That's
nah,
saying.
we're out on this one, guys. The animals lead Snow White to a small cottage in the woods. She's like, oh, it's just like a doll's house. Uh-oh.
So let's go in.
Yeah.
Snow White and all these woodland creatures just do a B&E.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what's going on in here. You can't do that. You can't just enter someone's house.
It's the 600s. You could do those things back then. Damn kids
Yes.
today always locking their doors. Animated movies were so much better before pop music got incorporated into them, because I really like how Snow White's knocking goes along with the music that's playing.
Yes, that's very cool.
And they do this with a lot of things where, like, when the turtle falls down the steps, it's in rhythm with the music, almost like a tap dancing segment.
Yeah. Also, like, that brings me to a question. How do you animate that? How do you animate to a beat? Like, do they do the music first? Do they do the animation first and they play the music to the animation? It seems so complex.
That's skill.
Yeah, it's just like truly a work of art, like on all fronts. It's just incredible. My mind is blown just thinking about it.
I know. I just sit back and relax and watch it. Like, I can't think of all the work that goes behind it because it boggles my mind.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, again, you understand why Walt Disney was like, "Hey guys, thanks."
Yeah, right?
But it's also like, I know from, other, like I watch a lot of animator, like they talk about all this shit and how Walt Disney like was bankrupt several times, but he was like, no, animation is like the next big thing. I'm telling you. And this was the first where he was able to prove that.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was right.
Listen, the guy has a complicated legacy. I understand that. You cannot look past, though, the things he accomplished.
Right.
No, of course not.
I mean, it's just some of the things he done are absolutely mind-blowing. And his work with animatronics and his work with marketing is just absolutely incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really like this channel on YouTube, Defunct Land. You guys ever watch Defunct Land?
No.
They do a lot of stuff about Walt Disney, the person. And it's just all really interesting things.
Check that out.
Yeah.
It's really cool. They actually, most recently, they just put out it's like an hour and 45 minutes, and it's this thing on the history of animatronics. And there's a lot of talk about Walt Disney, but it really interesting stuff. I digress. Snow White finds a messy house and just assumes that children must live there. Also, they're orphans. Their mother must be dead, probably from birthing septuplets in the 30s.
Yeah.
And she's so judgy. All she does is talk about how disgusting the house is.
Yeah.
I like how as they're cleaning up, like the animals that live in the house, like they like wrap up a spider web, and you see the spider, like he comes to the end of the web and he just shakes his fist. He's like, "You son of a bitch!"
Yeah, he's like, "Excuse me, I've been working on that thing for 5 years."
It's fucking great. And like the mouse or the rat in the wall, like they like sweep shit in there. He pushes it back out. He just comes out. He's like,
I know.
Love
but
it.
this is another example of the sound design in this movie is so good because even when they're washing the dishes, you hear the tail go almost like a drill. It goes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
I think this song, Whistle While You Work, as a whole, the animation, this whole segment, stands up with any Disney musical number in any of their movies ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people still sing it today when they're doing hard work. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. No, this is iconic.
Yeah, it did make its mark.
You know?
We meet the Seven Dwarfs, Doc, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Bashful, Sneezy, and Dopey. They're mining jewels and singing Hi-Ho, another excellent song. Dopey is also the best.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do they do? It's like, are they rich? They're
miners.
You see the size
Yeah.
of those diamonds?
Andy, they're miners. Don't get too excited now. The different
Robbie,
kind.
don't you dare, Robbie. But like, shouldn't they be like fucking dropping fat stacks?
I know. It's a lot of jewels.
Yeah, they just live in like a hut in the middle of the forest. Like you guys could probably buy and sell the queen. Like,
Yeah.
I imagine they're just giving the jewels to the queen, and that's like their reward for the jewels and stuff is to be like, you can live peacefully in the woods. That's what you get in return.
we really don't see much of the queen's like kingdom. But judging by the way she acts, she's probably just ruthless.
Yeah.
Having the huntsman bring her people's hearts and shit.
Her stepdaughter's heart.
Yeah.
They leave the mine, they head home. Snow White says to the animals, "Let's see what's upstairs." So they've only cleaned the main floor. They haven't even seen the beds yet.
Yeah, she was like, all right, let's clean the first floor. They goes upstairs. She's like, fuck, I gotta take a nap.
Yeah,
and
she's like, that was a lot of work.
So assumingly she just sleeps in filth.
Yeah.
But also, before she falls asleep, she starts cooking.
Yeah.
And then falls asleep.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Oh, shit.
That's a fire hazard.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, what else can she do to this house. She already broke in. Why not burn it to the ground?
Yeah.
I mean, Grumpy is kind of right at times when he's like, "Who the fuck is this?"
I know,
Yeah.
like you're saying that Dopey, just because he's cute, I don't know. I don't know who my favorite is. But yeah, Grumpy is got the smarts. Maybe he's the smart one.
Yeah, he's the only one being like, guys, this isn't okay, and everybody's like, she's cute.
She's
like,
pretty. Who cares?
But like,
No
that's,
shit.
he seems to be of the mind that it's only not okay because it's a woman, though.
I know.
Right. He, I think that Akira Toriyama, writer of Dragon Ball, based Vegeta on Grumpy. Because Vegeta and Grumpy, they're both always, like, everybody's doing stuff, but Vegeta is off to the side with his arms crossed, and he's like, harumph. And just makes me think he's definitely an animation fan, so he definitely grew up with this.
Yeah.
I think Master Roshi was based on Bashful.
Yeah, probably. Because he's an old prevert.
Yeah, very good. When the bluebird puts out the candle, I really thought he was going to fart on it. And I was like, it's the 30s. That bluebird ain't farting on that candle.
Yeah. That would be lewd and obscene.
Yeah.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, rated R.
Yeah. Walt
Like-
Disney would be put in handcuffs.
We can take a girl's heart out, but do not have a
Yeah.
bird fart
Yeah.
the candle out. We have standards and morals.
Yeah.
Well, they're using words like kill and death in this movie, and Disney seems to avoid that. So I'm wondering if in the remake, the queen's like, we have to unalive the
Yeah.
princess. The turtle takes forever to get up the stairs, and just as he reaches the top, he gets trampled by the other animals. None of the animals bother to wake Snow White, though. They just bolt.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit, get the fuck out.
Again, the animals just totally leaving her when
Yeah.
she needs the most.
No loyalty.
These animals are kind of jerks.
No, they're not. They're like, she just fucking put us to work and then went to sleep. Let's go. The dwarfs are startled to see lights on in their cottage. They wonder if it's stuff like dragons. I like Doc a lot. He keeps fucking up his words. I love the lit's light.
Yeah.
The light's lit.
I like all of them.
Oh, yeah, no, me too.
Like, there's not a bad moment or character in this movie. I feel like this is just a nice breezy watch.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. A nice clean 1 hour and 29 minutes.
I was surprised how long it was for a Disney movie. Are they usually? I thought they were usually less, like an hour and 13 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it depends. This one, I thought it would be like an hour 10. But it's,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be shorter.
So did I. And I think that's why we get that like thing at the end where it's just like, and time passed.
Yeah.
Because I think even they were like, we can't make this movie an hour and 45 minutes,
Yeah,
guys.
like we got to cut some of this out.
Yeah.
I think Dumbo is only like 70 minutes long or something like that. Or it might be even less than that.
Yeah,
It could be.
So like, yeah, animated movies at this time, or movies in general, were not this long. Because like the work you have to do to animate is
Right. Well,
insane.
they were either like really short or like 4 hours long, like Gone with the Wind and shit.
Yeah.
Like big
Yeah.
epics.
right.
The dwarfs enter the house and they find it clean and they are absolutely baffled. I really like the line, there's dirty work afoot, when they find that it's clean.
Yeah.
Also, the sink's empty. Someone stole our dishes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know, that was cute. I wrote down one of my favorite quotes. All females are poison. Who said that? I think it was Grumpy.
Yeah.
It's got to be Grumpy. That's Grumpy
Like
as hell.
I'm like, oh, he really gets it. He's
I'm going to start calling incels grumpies.
There you go.
They all tie Sneezy's beard around his nose to stop him from sneezing. And the animation on this is really cool too. Because after the birds frighten them, they're all scared. And his nose is still tied in his beard.
Yeah.
Even
it's
when
great
he
stuff.
hides in like the little vase or whatever.
Yeah.
The dwarfs send Dopey upstairs to check their bedroom. Snow White is kicking and yawning under the sheets. Dopey understandably thinks that it's a ghost. All the other dwarfs run outside and they just lock Dopey inside because apparently they hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to be sick of Dopey's shit.
Like, you're just the scapegoat.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of him, and like you guys knew that was Dopey well before you stopped.
Yeah, but they're just taking out their frustrations.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, why is he called Dopey? Because, like, you beat the shit, he has no brains left.
Yeah.
They're all about to beat the shit out of Snow White. Luckily, they remove the sheet and see that it's a young girl. All right, cool. Well, that'd be a bad move, guys. It's the fucking princess.
Yeah. I like how she immediately treats them like children.
You're little men.
Yeah. She's like, go wash your hands.
I know.
But they're like totally down with it. They're just like, okay, that's our mom now.
Well, like even when Grumpy's like, oh, you must be Grumpy.
I know. Why was she such a jerk?
And like he just came home from work in the mines all day. And
Yeah,
found
you
some-
do.
Yeah.
She's taking a nap. She cleaned for 5 minutes. I was like, I need a nap.
In fairness, she was almost murdered earlier in the day.
Yeah. And also, in fairness, she's only 14 years old.
Yeah.
Why are you
You
guys so like simping for Snow White? I'm like down with Snow White. I'm like the evil queen.
I will say, if Snow White, like if you met Snow White, she would be the most insufferable person on this
Yes.
earth.
Yeah, always
So
singing in that high,
irritating.
Like, shut up. Shut up.
singing like you know Miles. Snow White begs to be allowed to stay because if they make her leave, the queen will kill her. Grumpy is right again when he's like, well, if the queen finds her here, then we're all dead.
I know. Truth speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although at the end of the movie, they, spoiler alert, they unknowingly essentially kill the queen.
Yeah.
These
Well,
little dudes, they just
they get
fucking murder
lucky.
her. Yeah.
Good for them.
she promises to cook and clean the house for them. So they're like, oh, if you're going to cook for us, all right.
Yeah. That's
And that's
the
how
turning
the
point.
housewife started.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Snow White's a trad wife.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I'll do the cooking and cleaning as a woman should. And they're like, yeah, you can stay.
Snow White makes soup for the gang, but before they eat, she makes them go wash up, and Doc says, it ain't New Year's.
Yeah. And one of them, I forget who, but they go, but we've never washed.
Yeah.
Wash their hands.
When did you wash? Recently. Yeah, recently.
I like how she makes everybody show their hands and they're all fucking filthy.
They're disgusting.
Disgusting little old men.
Well, what do you expect? They're in the mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the 30s. You don't got running water. Like, they only have that spigot in the middle of their house.
And Happy, like, tries to wipe it all off on his pants
Yeah.
before he shows his hands.
And that's the other thing. All of them, all the dwarves are fucking adorable.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
great.
Especially Bashful, just so fucking cute.
So cute.
It's insane.
Doc sings the song, all the dwarfs wash up, and they force Grumpy to wash up too. I do kind of think this song goes on a little too long. Like, there's some of this in this movie, they're just kind of just showing off what the animators can do. And I think at the time, it's like, oh, this is great. But now I'm like, I get it.
Like tick tick.
Yeah.
The washing scene specifically is the animators flexing because you see them, they're all gathered around the pool.
Yeah.
And their reflections are also animated and moving. But there's also ripples.
Yeah.
It's truly the most impressive thing I've ever seen.
It's incredible.
Yeah. And that's why I completely excuse the fact that it goes a little long because I'm just like, this is beautiful. This is
Nope.
insane.
You're totally fair.
Am I the fairest of all, Robbie?
Don't say yes.
Yeah,
She'll
you
kill
know-
me. Don't say yes.
Where's your heart?
Oh, no.
It's a heart in a box.
Oh God.
The evil queen asks the mirror who is the fairest, expecting it to be her. The mirror says, like, nah, Snow White's alive and with the dwarfs.
You dummy.
She's like, that's it. I'm killing my stepdaughter myself.
Yeah.
The queen goes to the dungeon and transforms into this old hag using dark magic. This is also animated really well and scary as shit as she transforms. We see the fingers grow and the hair goes white, and then it's like swirling and shit.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I have a question though. How does this work? Like, if this does work, right? How does she turn herself back into the queen?
I would imagine there's like, she reverse engineers the potion or something.
Yeah.
That's fair.
They keep on talking about how magical she is, so I mean, she would have found a way.
Right.
That makes
And
sense. Oh,
also
fuck,
the-
I didn't have an exit plan.
I mean, the way I saw it, and I know I'm analyzing a 900-year-old Disney movie that's based on a 4 billion-year-old fairy tale, but like the way I kind of looked at it is like, this lady's so jealous that she's willing to destroy her own beauty to like make sure nobody else is beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
like
a good, like,
yeah,
analyst.
that's how I saw it, and it's like, so the irony would be if she did kill Snow White, and then she gets back and she's like, all right, now who's the fairest? And the mirror's like, yeah, everybody else. You turn yourself into a fucking hag, dude.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. And then she's like, oh no,
Uh-oh.
oh, what have I done? You know, then she learns her lesson, but like,
The mirror vomits at the sight of her.
yeah, it's like mirror, mirror. Oh, I didn't even finish.
The queen is going to create a poisoned apple called the Sleeping Death.
That's a Metallica song.
Oh,
No,
shit.
It's Creeping Death.
Oh. Snow White and the dwarf spend a joyful day together. They sing the silly song. I really like this song. The animation on this is also really cool. Dopey's a sick drummer.
Yeah, Dopey is up there with John Bonham.
Yeah, Dopey Rich.
Yeah. Also, Grumpy's absolutely shredding it on the keyboard.
Yeah. Honestly, that's what they spend all their money on these instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Top of the line.
Yeah.
They fucking bought out a Sam Ash.
Now they finally have a singer, so
Yeah.
Exactly.
Getting the band back together.
They all dance around until Sneezy sneezes so hard that they all shoot out, and Dopey gets fired up into the air.
Yeah, Sneezy is in Omega level threat.
yeah.
Sneezes, and everyone goes flying 30 feet.
Professor X talks to him through Cerebro.
And Sleepy's just fucking lidded the whole time.
Yeah, I love Sleepy with the fly constantly like landing on him.
Yeah,
Why were there so many flies?
The place
because
smells like shit.
filth.
Yeah.
Well, I like how whenever he yawns, you see he's got one tooth.
Aw.
I love it. I love just little things like that. Like this dude's just walking around with one tooth in his skull. It's great.
Snow White tells him a story about wanting a prince and sings a song about getting fucked. And I say that because the line is, he was so romantic, I could not resist.
No, that's a choice of words.
She's singing, someday my prince will come. Sounds like he already did, Brother Bear.
Whoa! Also,
Yeah.
to backtrack a little bit, when Dopey is introduced, she's like, "Oh, he doesn't talk." They're like, "He can't. He's too dumb.
He never tried.
He never even tried. Look at him. He's an idiot."
And Dopey's
everyone's
like,
like
Shaking his head, like, "Yep, that's me."
Yokel.
At bedtime, the dwarfs insist Snow White take their bed and they sleep elsewhere. They fight over a single pillow. Dopey uses a single feather as a pillow. This is the one time Dopey was smart because he snuck away to grab the pillow and then they all fucked him.
Yeah, they all beat the shit out of him. They said, "No, idiot, you don't get the pillow."
We have another instance of Grumpy being right because he's annoyed, but he has a right to be annoyed because he's sleeping in a pot while
Yeah,
a
like,
stranger who
Yeah.
broke into his house is in his bed.
Yeah.
So
She's
7
using-
of them have to sleep like on the
Right.
floor for one stupid chick who broke into their house.
Right.
Yeah.
So she gets 7 beds. Get the fuck out of here.
You're 14. Sleep on that love seat that Dopey's sleeping on.
Seriously.
Also, everybody's gonna get the bird flu because that bird stomped on the crust of that pie, leaving droppings everywhere.
Yeah, yo, there's a lot of, they're making food with the animals and stuff. It's like, you can't be
Yeah.
doing that.
You guys are gonna die. It's the 30s.
I mean, cleaning is one thing,
There's no antibiotics, guys. You're all dead.
It was also great earlier when the animals are cleaning and they have no instinct for cleaning, so they didn't know where the plates and stuff go. She's like, no, put those in the sink. No.
Yeah. The one's like sweeping it under the rug. She's like, don't sweep it under the rug. He's like, fuck.
The queen makes her poison apple, and it's a good thing that skull goes off of it, because then Snow White probably doesn't eat it.
Yeah.
That was a
true.
pretty cool skull, though.
Yeah, it looks metal as hell, bro.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
She looks up the antidote, but does nothing about it. Because she's like, true love's kiss. Ah, fuck it. The dwarfs will think she's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. She just wiped that one off.
Ain't no weirdo gonna kiss a dead chick.
Yo, it's the
Yeah.
medieval
Does she know?
times. Some
Yeah.
weirdo's fucking that dead girl.
Whoa.
Dude, it would happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would probably happen now.
Probably. The queen does the iconic trip down the trap door. She then mocks the skeleton. She's like, want some water?
Yeah.
The evil queen sets out for the dwarf's cottage in the disguise. The next morning, the dwarfs head to work, warning Snow White not to let strangers in. She gives them all kisses on the noggin, and Dopey just keeps going back for more, trying to get kisses on the lips. He's a little horn
Hilarious.
dog.
Hilarious.
Even Grumpy clearly wants a kiss on the noggin because he like takes off his hat. He's like, now
Yeah.
listen here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't want this, but here's my big fat
Yeah.
head.
I like she gives him a kiss and he's like, oh gosh.
I'm no longer grumpy.
He's so smitten with her. He like walks into a tree and then he falls
Yeah.
into the water and bangs his head on the bridge.
Great stuff.
Snow White is making a pie. When the queen arrives and offers Snow White the poisoned apple, I like how the queen's like, I'm gonna look like an innocent lady. Let me make myself look like a witch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you look evil as hell. Also, Snow White is dumb as a sack of hammers.
Oh
They
yeah.
Literally
told her
every-
5 times. 5
Yeah.
times.
Every single one of you, every single one of the dwarves are like, hey, don't talk to anybody and don't let anybody in. Okay? The queen's trying to kill you. Okay, bye. Immediately, the
Come on
queen comes
in.
over. She's like, come on in. Let me eat your apple.
That apple looks good.
Yeah.
Well,
Fucking idiot.
well,
You deserve that.
Honestly.
she tricks Snow White into letting her in because the animals like scare her. She's like, oh! It's like, all right, come sit down. And then she's like, oh, it's a wishing apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ticket. A wishing apple.
And
And
instead
does
of her
that
being
not
like,
oh, go on.
oh, you go.
I was just thinking, like, does that not like put it in her head? Oh, she makes magic. The queen makes magic. Like,
I know.
does 1 + 1 not equal 2 in this movie?
No, not to Snow White.
It's that damn Common Core. These 14-year-olds don't know math these days. The woodland creatures go to alert the dwarfs. The dwarfs finally realize that Snow White's in trouble when they see all the creatures. Like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah. We're trying to work.
And then it's finally Grumpy who's like, yo, I think the queen has Snow White.
Yeah, Grumpy's the only smart one.
Yeah.
I like how it's really cool that they show them like racing to save Snow White, and they keep putting like her about to eat the apple, and then them racing to get her, and then her about to eat the apple, and they keep going back and forth. It's really well done, and I forgot, but it seems like okay, they're gonna make it just in time, and they're gonna save the day, but they don't.
Right.
And that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like she eats the apple and like they hit that really low nose like boom and you see the apple roll out of her hand and like they get there too late and that's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I also love when they're building this tension of them going back and forth and the queen's basically asking her, what's your wish? And she's going on and the queen's just like, eat the apple, eat the apple.
But do you not like realize, does she not remember that the one clause is to, you know, get a true love, and all she's saying is, my wish is for true love? Didn't that
Yeah,
like say anything to
right.
the wish? Like, oh.
What you should do is have her eat the apple and then just stomp her head.
Yeah, just stab her while she's dead. What is
Yeah,
with
choke her
this?
to death.
Get rid of
Joker.
the body.
Just kill her. Just like shoot her with a gun.
A musket or whatever they had back then.
They got something. A bow and arrow. Do something.
Yeah, come on.
After the dwarfs get back to the cottage, they chase the queen up a rocky cliff, and as she's trying to push this boulder onto them, lightning strikes and she just falls to her death.
Yeah.
Why am I laughing? I don't know, but it was a good scene.
It was like the rain dropping and flowing off of everything. Again, looks incredible.
Look,
Yeah.
the vultures look really good too.
Oh, they were
The
so happy.
vultures, such a great touch.
Yeah.
Like they just follow her wherever she goes, and you think that it's for Snow White, but it's actually for her.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Love it. The dwarfs place Snow White in a glass onion, mourning her loss. That's why my song is just a cover of the Beatles' Glass Onion.
Okay.
It's not. I
Did you
jest.
change the words?
No, I didn't. I didn't. It's actually, I'm just going to play Glass Onion by the Beatles.
Okay. All right.
Time passes as the forest mourns alongside the dwarfs. We literally just get some pages that are like, time passes.
Yeah.
And we don't know how much time, but her body is perfectly preserved. So either
Yeah.
she's not dead and they're like pumping liquid and food into her, or it's only been a couple of days.
Yeah. Well, they put her. Didn't they say something about the case they put her in? It's like
Oh, they
special
put her in a
case.
BAFTA tank.
Yep.
Prince
That's
Charming.
another thing. That's another thing. Toriyama from Dragon Ball earlier. When you die in Dragon Ball, you can get wished back, but they gotta preserve your body. So they put the bodies in a glass case similar to this. That's why I think he's a big Snow White fan.
Yeah, and the Seven Dwarfs, the 7 Dragon Balls.
Oh.
Prince Charming showed him and goes, "Oh, sweet, all the balls are here."
I wish that I could kiss this 14-year-old.
This unconscious 14-year-old.
Yeah. And like, how old are you? And like, I don't know, I'm probably no older than 16.
Yeah, but maybe I'm 30.
Oh,
You don't
because
know.
then
You don't know.
he'd be close to death in this day and age.
That's true. He'd be an old man. He'd
Yeah.
have an old long beard.
Prince Charming arrives. He kisses Snow White, breaking the spell. Everyone rejoices. Snow White bids farewell to the dwarfs and rides off with the prince. The final scene shows them disappearing into the distance, and they lived happily ever after. The book closes.
Yeah. You know what? I think when it says time passes, it says like, oh, word spread throughout the kingdom about, the lady in the glass case.
Yeah.
And like people visit, and this weirdo fucking heard about that, and he was like, oh, I'm finna kiss her.
And they
And why on
line.
the lips? If she's dead, why on the lips?
It's a really good question.
Next thing you know, there were a line of men a mile long waiting to kiss this passed out 14-year-old.
Yeah, that's
After a while, we started charging money and we gave them some privacy.
It was no longer clear glass.
Hey, should we go to Letterboxd?
we should.
Ooh,
Yeah.
You could follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand. Allison, do you have a Letterboxd account?
I don't.
Well, then don't follow Allison on Letterboxd.
Okay.
That's the best thing I can say. But follow us on Letterboxd. Are either of you going to see the new Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah. Maybe
I
when
won't-
it comes out, like, where I could stream it.
Yeah, maybe then.
Can I say something? And I want you guys to let me know if I shouldn't say this.
Okay.
So I'm towing a line here. But like, I don't like that they used CGI here for the dwarfs. And I feel like they did it to be like, we don't want to use actual little people. But like, there are so few legitimate jobs for little people in these big blockbusters in Hollywood that maybe this would have been a nice payday for 7 of them.
Yeah. Maybe they
Yeah.
couldn't find 7 of them.
I think
You definitely
that,
could find 7.
I don't know.
I think that if you have to kind of like duck around certain things, like major points, like entire characters that are crucial to the movie, maybe just don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, think of all the other Disney movies you could remake. Like,
Song
why
of
are
the
you doing
South.
this one?
Well, they
Nope.
keep on remaking. They just remade Little Mermaid. What else did
Yep.
they do?
They
Hey,
did
Little
Pinocchio
Lion
as well.
King.
They did Dumbo and they cut out the crow.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good character to cut out.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I would say a perfect score for this.
So do I. I think this is a 5-star movie.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think you can really nitpick this movie. It's such a masterclass in animation and musical animation, just so much work. And so much work also goes into dog shit movies,
Right.
you know? But like this, it's a triumph.
Yeah.
It changed movies forever.
There's a reason it says the greatest animated film of all time.
Yeah.
And for a time, it absolutely had that title.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, are there things more impressive? I would say Fantasia is more impressive,
Yeah.
but it's not the first one, you know? This fucking set a bar, and we're still trying to clear that shit.
That's what I was going to say. Like, they were like the pioneers of it.
Yeah. And it holds up so well.
So we're all in agreement. That's easier than my Aunt Jessica after a couple of shots. 5 stars.
Bye.
Yeah.
Speaking of 5, I have 5 trivia questions.
I have 2 trivia because you took one, Robbie. You
Well,
son of a-
I'm
son
the
of a-
best. You can buzz in with your name to answer the trivia question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Born.
Which animator in this movie shares a name with a Major League Baseball Hall of Famer? Walter Johnson, Whitey Ford, Cy Young, or Red Ruffing?
Red Ruffing. I don't know, but that's a cute name.
No, it was not Red Ruffing.
All right, Andy.
Andy.
What was the second one?
Whitey Ford.
That one.
It is not Whitey Ford. Is it Walter Johnson or Cy Young?
Allison says Walter, just to go with the Walt Disney theme. I don't know.
No, it was not Walter Big Train Johnson. It is, in fact, Cy Young, who is the all-time MLB leaders with 511 wins. He is also the all-time MLB leader in losses with I believe, 313.
Wow.
Aren't you guys glad I've taught you that today?
I'm going to forget it as soon as the next question comes.
Same.
fair.
So I think you didn't teach us anything. You just said some stuff, and we did not retain it.
That's important American history. But it's all right. It's all right,
Sorry.
communists. What color? I'm going to go again because I have 5 questions. What color is the lamp that Dopey is carrying on the way home from work? Red, green, yellow, orange.
Andy?
Andy.
Yellow.
It is not yellow.
Dang.
Doc is
Okay.
carrying the yellow lamp.
Okay, Allison will say red.
Allison will be correct with a red lamp.
Yes!
Wow. What was the initial budget for this movie? Was it 150,000, 250,000, 350,000, or 450,000?
I'll let you go first, Rob.
Oh, fuck. What was the second one?
Second one is 250,000.
Let's say 250,000.
That is correct.
Wow.
Oh.
Can you imagine a movie's budget being $250,000?
I can make a movie for $250,000. It wouldn't be good.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Snow White.
Yeah. I could make a movie for no money and it would be dog shit, but I could make it.
Yeah. What color is Dopey's hat? Beige, blue, teal, or purple?
Andy. Purple.
It is purple.
Oh, wow, nice. Did you know that, or you just guessed?
I knew that. I saw the movie.
I saw the movie too, but I just remember what hat they did. They all had.
He's got a purple and green thing going.
Yes.
What did the budget actually turn out to be? Much to the chagrin of, the studio. Was it $800,000, $950,000, $1.4 million, or $2.1 million?
Allison, 1.4.
Correct.
Oh,
That was
Yeah.
that was a lucky guess.
Well, yeah, back then that was one of the most expensive movies ever made. And it made back its money and then some. It was the
yeah,
highest grossing
it
movie
did
that
really
year.
well.
14.4.
Yeah.
I remember that.
What does the huntsman bring back in place of Snow White's heart to trick the queen?
I know this.
Andy. All right,
Damn
you. You go.
A pig heart.
Yep, it is an Andy heart.
Ah.
You dog. You dog, Robbie. So this huntsman was like, all right, I'll save the girl, but I'll kill this fucking pig. I'll shoot this pig right
Yeah.
in the fucking face.
I was
I
thinking
mean-
that
Put
too.
'em
I'm
open.
like, well, fuck the pig then.
He probably ate the rest of the pig.
Hell yeah, brother.
He was not a Jew.
There was a deleted scene of the huntsman making pulled pork. He's like, I got a nice Hawaiian bun and some coleslaw.
Sounds delicious.
It does. Oh, am I the only one with a question left?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. What kind of bird lives in the queen's dungeon? A crow, a jackdaw, a grackle, or a raven?
Do you want to go?
I have no idea. You go.
I'm gonna say a raven.
It is a raven.
Ah!
Oh shit.
I didn't know what two of the others were,
Yeah, I was confused by whatever you said.
and a crow seemed too obvious.
Jackdaw and grackles are they're all in the same family of bird.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a bird.
Well, Andy, I may be a bird, but I wrote a song.
I
Yay.
also wrote a song.
Well, in this movie, songs and birds get along quite nicely.
That is true. Now, Allison, you're gonna have a job now.
Okay.
You're gonna pick which one of us goes first.
Okay. I'm gonna go Rob since you asked me to be on it.
So I will go first. My song is called Seven Little Men.
Mm-hmm.
My song is called Seven Little Men, and recently I've been listening to a lot of like country music and even a lot of like Elvis and stuff. So I kind of went with a little bit of a vibe of that, and you'll really feel the Elvis vibe at certain points. The country, not so much. It's more of a folky, I think it turned out. But you'll hear it now. It's called Seven Little Men, and it goes like this.
Far away in a land overseas there lived a queen. She was the most beautiful royalty you've ever seen. She would listen to whatever her mirror would say, but she wasn't agreeable to what the mirror said that day. Far away in a land that you have never seen lives a nasty witch they call a queen. Her black heart is full of jealousy. She's insecure just like all the royalty. This queen's even jealous of the princess, 'cause she's the one the whole kingdom wants to impress. All of the fauna come and work for her. Feed her an apple and this girl will cease to stir. Chased into the forest and what then? Gotta hide with seven little men. Happy, Sneezy, Bashful, Dopey, Sleepy, Grumpy, Doc.
Rock and roll.
Yes, that's my song, Seven Little Men.
I loved it.
Thanks.
That's very cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to do something on my acoustic guitar, so a lot of times I sit down on the keyboard and I just start recording, and I'm like, all right, this is whatever I did. This time I actually sat down and wrote the song. I find I write better songs when I do that.
It was good. I liked how you rhymed princess and impress.
Thank you. Yeah, very highbrow
Good
stuff. Yeah, it was better than incest, which was what I was gonna go with.
I think you made the right choice.
I think so too. But yeah, so that was my song, Seven Little Men. Seven litter men. It's about a litter of kittens. It's adorable. Yeah. Andy, can you do us a favor?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your song?
Sure. My song's called Mirror Mirror. And it's a weird word, right? Mirror.
It is.
Yeah. But I don't know. There's a lot of falsetto going on in this movie, so I was like, let me try that. And I broke out my I did a semester at Nassau Community College a long time ago for classical guitar, so I bought a Yamaha classical guitar thousands of years ago. And when I say Nassau Community College, I of course mean NASA, the space program.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's weird that they required you to buy a guitar for that.
Yeah, I thought that was
Yeah.
strange. But I just went with it, you know?
I think Andy got hired by NASA based on his grandfather's work.
Robbie,
With Germany.
Robbie.
Uh-oh.
Correct. But yeah, so it's like a nylon string acoustic, and I haven't played one of those on, at least I think, on this podcast. So anyway, it's a ballad, and I'm trying something. It's called Mirror Mirror. It goes like this.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? The girl with the angel voice. She'll get the love of all the boys. Worry about yourself. If you try to take her down, you'll turn old and gray. You'll have no one else to blame. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? If it isn't me, I'll put the girl to sleep. Worry about yourself. If you try to take her down, you'll turn old and gray. You'll have no one else to blame. Seven short kings under her wing, shown unconditional love. Seems like she's sent from above.
That's my song called Mirror, Mirror.
That
I
was very
loved
pretty.
it. Yeah, it was. It was like dreamy but dark. I really liked it.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried something. I normally, I'm a little I don't know, I'm a little iffy on my voice, but I just figured she's singing so fucking high.
Yeah.
Let me try something.
You didn't have enough
Yeah.
vibrato in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, you gotta
I like-
shake me by the shoulders.
It was like Pink Floyd-ish. Not the voice part, but
Thank you. The highest honor. I appreciate it.
yeah. And your singing wasn't bad. I mean, it was no Snow White, but it was good.
Right.
I thought it sounded good though.
Uh-huh.
I also, as I wrote the guitar part, I was like, this sounds like when you visit a fairy in any Zelda game.
Yes, I feel that. I felt that.
I was gonna say I visit a fairy every time I go to Delaware.
Oh, that's me, Robbie. You're calling me a fairy.
Yeah.
Very good, Robbie. Very good. Well, thank you for your kind words. This is a beautiful movie.
It is. I was really excited going into this. I hadn't
Yeah.
seen this in a very long time.
I haven't either, and I really appreciate you letting me be a part of this.
Well, I'm more than happy. We
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks
you
for
coming
joining
on.
Yeah.
Can you do us a favor? Oh, go ahead, Andy.
You're saying the thing I was about to say.
Excellent. Can you once again let the listeners know where they can find you, Allison, and any shows you got coming up?
Oh, sure. So it's Allison Perski on Facebook and Instagram, ALLISON Perski, PERSKI. And April 3rd, I'm going to be at the restaurant Off the Hook in Freeport.
Excellent. So go check Allison out. She is very, very funny.
Thank you.
Andy.
Yeah.
Where can they find our music?
Okay. Well, you want to tell them what we got going on next week?
Oh, well, we're doing a very similar movie.
What are we doing?
We're doing Mortal Kombat.
That's not very similar at all. Robbie.
It's not. I jest, Andy.
Well, taking a heart out.
That's true. Yeah.
That's true.
We
Yeah.
will be doing Mortal Kombat from the year of our Megazord 1995.
Wow.
I'm pretty excited to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen it since 1996.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
wow.
remember shit.
So,
Well, I'll tell you where to find the music. You go to Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you get your music. And
music space.
that's pretty good.
That was a good one.
Patent that. You type in the Royds, and you'll find a lot of songs, right? Podcast songs, other songs. Very cool. If you want everything, you go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com, and you will find every single podcast song, every single song, guest songs, bonus songs. It's all there. Check that out. Also, the YouTube has all the songs as well. Robbie, tell them more about that.
Oh, I will tell them about that. Well, more about that. You told them a lot, but I'm going to tell them even more.
Okay.
Sorry, I fumbled that, and I just doubled down on fumbling it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Andy.
It's fine, Robbie.
But keep an eye on, you should follow us on Spotify and Apple Music, wherever because there might be new music that we've made in a studio coming out this year. I don't know for certain. Hint, 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 wink, fucking wink.
Whoa.
I'm really aggressive about it.
An aggressive wink.
Yeah. But you can find us on the socials, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, at TheRoydsBand. There we are. Click our stuff. Follow us. Leave comments. Wherever you're listening to us, give us a 5-star rating and review. Leave comments. Suggest a movie. We'll definitely do it. Send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. Andy, did I miss anything?
No. Not that I know.
Nailed it. Am I Jesus Christ? Because I'm that was bad. Was that Jesus Christ? Because I nailed it. There we go.
Okay.
Superstar.
It's always good when you
Robbie.
fumble through a joke. Allison, thank you so much once again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Next week, Mortal Kombat. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, we'll see you
Bye.
ladies.